Here.
Richard Mahoney.
Here.
John Dumas.
Here.
Betty Johnson. Craig Hill. Rex McCarthy.
Approve the minutes from the regular meeting.
So moved. Second.
Probably moved in second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Vote now for public hearing for the adoptions of ordinance 954. Soliciting of public control board. Do anyone have any comments that they care to make on this resolution? This is in reference to people standing on the side of the road, soliciting people for donations. There being none, we'll entertain a motion.
Move the public hearing. Yes. Close the public hearing, I guess.
Been properly moved. Did I have a second?
Second.
And second. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Now, I would also move that we adopt ordinance number 954.
Been properly moved that we adopt ordinance number 954.
I'll second that motion.
Been properly moved and second. All in favor say aye. At this time, we'd like to hear a report.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Kim Rowe, and I ask permission to give a short report on our progress to follow up on our golf tournament, which I announced last council meeting. And we were successful in raising our $2,500, so I will get with the mayor on how to proceed to get our isolation pin started. We can start that process. We look forward to that. And thank you to participants. Several people in this room have participated to help with our dog program, so we appreciate that. And thank you to Franklin Sun for giving us a good recognition in the paper and naming all of those names who participated also. We had big news at the pins this month, and Russell has that on his report, but I wanted to bring a few pictures from some of the adoptions from this month that Russell will report on. These are the dogs that pictured in the pens, and then this picture is the dog in Rochester, New York, in the park. And some of the comments, if y'all would join us on Facebook, Winnsboro Dog Pound on Facebook, you can read all the comments about the excitement from the group. Daniel Gillespie headed a group of 3 who came all the way from Rochester, New York, which is upstate New York, almost to Canada, 23-hour drive one way. And it's a long story, but I'll tell you, in her sharing on Facebook, she got 5 dogs adopted, 4 specifically adopted before she left here, and 1 more in foster. So she came and she picked up 5 dogs in a Kia and drove all the way back to New York with 5 dogs and 3 grown adults in that little Kia car. So they love dogs, and I do have a video that I would like to share with the mayor. We'll get together. We have postponed the dogs for the budget talks. But I'd love to share that video from the New Yorkers also with the council if you're interested to see how what we are doing is affecting other people, other lives, in other words. The red-headed lady with the beautiful little red puppy is an active Air Force person. This is Gail Ray, currently serving in the Air Force, and she drove from New Braunfels, Texas to adopt her puppy. So we are getting significant recognition not only in Louisiana but in other states. We have had a lady come up from Baton Rouge and adopt a dog and sponsor another one in the past. That this is big news to us. one more little thing, just so that you can know that we've made a change in the way that the dogs are being adopted. We were previously prepaying the vet of your choice, which typically fell to Dr. Sullivan. He asked that he no longer prepay it, so now we're prepaying the city of Winnsboro a $60 fee. The city is retaining $5 of that fee, and the adopter gets a certificate, which all of the certificates are numbered for control purposes, and I present to Roxy a list of the ones that have been issued for the month, so that she'll know what to expect, which ones should be honored. And then, like I say, the city retains the $5. $55 still goes toward the spay or neuter. We're enforcing that. When they have that done, that gets credited toward their vet bill. So we've had a good month for the dogs, and we appreciate everybody's interest and participation. Do y'all have any questions?
Ms. Kimber, I just want to really just take my hat off to you and thank you for the tireless hours that you have put in into this project. The city of Winnsboro as a whole really have a debt of gratitude to you and the effort that you have participated with this city. Thank you so very much.
All the credit, because I do have helpers, some of whom are sitting in this room, and I appreciate the cooperation of the council and the mayor, which has been great. It's a slow process, which sometimes becomes frustrating, but I hope that ultimately we can make a transition from capture, hold, and dispose of to a better program, which we are well on our way, and we have made great strides. I've been doing this for a year and a half, and when I look at day one and I look at today, we've come a long way. It's not perfect, but we're going in the right direction. I appreciate the cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you. Keith, did you have something that you would like to bring?
Just real quick, Mayor. I'll hand this out to the council. Really, the three projects that we have for the city are the three street projects that we recently bid out. The Industrial Park streets, 2011 streets, and the 2011 LCDBG streets. Those were bid. We had our pre-construction conference on June 27th for all three of those jobs. The Industrial Park streets and the 2011 streets were with Amethyst Construction. The 2011 LCDBG streets is with D&J Construction. The Industrial Park and the 2011 CDBG will be beginning probably next week, beginning construction. The 2011 streets, we're pushing that off till August to avoid some conflicts. Anybody have any questions on those? And that's really the only three that we have ongoing with the city presently. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We look forward to your. You may say. You may not.
Number animals adopted, 8, claim 1, forfeit 2, number of dogs in the pen, 15, 300 pounds of dog feed. We have 2 kits in the pen at this time. Total 17 animals in the pen at this time.
You've heard the main officer. What is your pleasure? It's been properly moved that we accept the main officer's report.
Second?
And second, all in favor say aye. Item number 3, resolution number 120701, amended budget 2011-2012 fiscal year.
percentages are beyond the 5% that give us the leeway for us to make decisions adequately without having some type of explanation. So I guess we could ask if it be postponed until a later date.
Next week,
What date, what
I
time?
think Tuesday.
Tuesday?
I think so.
Okay. What time next Tuesday?
No, just for Wednesday, isn't it? I'm texting her now.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you want to give us, then I'd like to make a motion that we postpone this resolution until next Wednesday or Tuesday? Next Wednesday. Time to be brought to us. We need to make it aware for public people.
It's been properly moved that we postpone the resolution until Wednesday. Do I have a second?
Second. You want to do an adjourned meeting? You want to just do an adjourned meeting?
Yeah.
At the next one? We'll do an adjourned meeting, take it, adjourn it,
We have some other items that we need.
yeah, then you could add it, yeah. Just do an adjourned, just do it.
At the end of the meeting.
No, you didn't have to.
Been properly moved in second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Let the record reflect that it is unanimously approved. Item number 5, fire chief report.
Our report goes from June 18th through July 16th. Private weather, we didn't have any, 17 for the year. 2 house fires this year. 2 vehicle fires in town, 2 out of town, making a total of 9 for the year. 1 apartment fire this year. And we'll skip on down here to businesses, had 1 minor incident at a business this year. 1 machinery fire this month, which was a farm irrigation well, make 5 machinery fires for the year. Didn't have any storage building fires. We had 10 rubbish fires this year, had 3 in town this month. Grass and brush, we had 2. They were both out of town, a total of 33 for the year. False alarms, 3 in town, 2 out of town. Most of those were created by lightning storm, triggering off alarms. So, 1 rescue call, out of town, 7 this year. 2 service calls in town, 1 out of town. 21 for the year. No hazardous materials this month, 2 for the year. 1 youth-related call. Total of 8 in-town calls, 9 out of town. Total of 17 added to 109 last month, year to date. Is up to this date, 126 total calls year to date. And we had our monthly training class, which was on ground ladders and rescue last Thursday at the fire station. Other than that, I believe that's about all I have.
We've heard the fire chief's report. What is your pleasure?
I make a motion to accept the report.
It's been properly moved that we accept the fire chief's report. Do I have a second? Second. Properly moved in second. All in favor say aye. Police chief report.
Police Department monthly report, June 19, 2012 through July 16, 2012. Criminal charges, we had 67 arrests for the month. The high of the month were 17 disturbing peace charges. We had 32 traffic tickets that was written this month. We worked 16 accidents on state highways, 4 in parking lots, for a total of 20. We took 561 calls this month. We came out before the July weekend with no major problems. A few fireworks complaints, nothing major happened through the last holiday. So it was a great holiday with no problems.
But you said 22.
With 20 accidents, 16 on state highways and 4
We've heard the chief of police report. What is the second? It has been properly moved.
Second.
And second. All in favor, say aye. Community Center report.
For the month of June, you have 5 events, 3 being civic, and this is your total for the month of June.
I have a question. On some of the civic functions that are held here, do any of those charge an admission fee to the people that participate? I know there was some sort of seminar here, and I was just wondering if there was some fee to...
Right, that was the end of the business, no charge.
Okay.
On the cotton, on Yolanda Cotton was showing that the refund of deposit, we're not going to have anything
The
here.
reason there's nothing there is because I talked about it before we came to the meeting, so I don't think she sent it to her before she left, so I didn't have a date to put on that. That was like 4 weeks, she covered that. So I'll go in and refund it tomorrow. So we can actually put tomorrow's date on it. Okay?
Given the fact that we're having some discrepancies on our contract rules or regulations or whatever that don't coincide with the city ordinance, I want to make a motion this time that we suspend leasing out the community center until we can get a contract that is approved by the governing body, so we'll know what we can and can't do in this community center.
Did you know that you approved the contract that we have now? Did you guys approve that one?
No, we have not.
No, the contract, remember you, after Mr. Lewis had done it, you rewrote the rules that the way you wanted it done. And I brought it to the council meeting, and before you guys, matter of fact, I think it was in February, maybe February.
We've got four different contracts that's out there.
We need to, yeah, we'll talk with
Okay.
And those 4 contracts, 3 of them do not bear the council's approval. Only one has the governing body and the mayor's proposal, and it was not or did not come before the council. So really, we don't have no stuff. It did not. It did
No,
not.
no, I was gonna ask, do we have anything scheduled for this weekend?
No.
Why don't we put that on our turn?
Yeah, like,
And that way we can go over it and
Right, we
it'll
can
fit
go over
right
that.
in.
But I like, in reference to entertaining the motion that was made by Mr. Mahoney, I'd like to second that motion. at this particular time.
Would you repeat your motion again?
That we suspend leasing the community center until we get a contract that coincides with the city ordinance. So everybody will be aware of what can and cannot be done here in this community center. And it'll be a binding contract that the governing body has approved. We do not have it.
And Richard, can we take it up
Yeah, that's fine.
next Wednesday when we meet on that?
She's not gonna be back till Thursday, she's
Till
taking us
Thursday.
to Good Friday.
That'd be fine. That's gonna call for, is that a special, there's gonna be a special call meeting?
Will it be adjourned?
Is it gonna be the same adjourned meeting? that
It's
happens?
only amendment to the budget.
So then we need to change it from Wednesday to Friday?
Come back to Friday.
Yeah.
Right now, there's nothing scheduled for the weekend.
No,
So we're okay if we,
right, I don't have anything for this week or this weekend.
yeah, but nobody really would, so that'll work out.
And we, you know.
And then we'll
it
get
shouldn't
that.
be- It shouldn't be any weekend after this particular time, then, because until we get this straight.
Well, we'll go over, we met and worked on amendments to it anyway.
Right.
We could meet between now and Friday
Right.
and give something to present to the council at that Friday.
Talking about Friday of next week.
Yeah, Friday next week.
I think you have something scheduled, I'm not sure, for next week.
But this weekend, we're not.
So, Mr. Mahoney, what are the particulars?
Well, as I stated, to get a contract that coincides with the city ordinance, where we'll have a contract that we can display to the people leasing it, stating what the city ordinance are and what they can and can't do in the community center here. And when we just got, like you said, we got 3 or 4 different proposals of what we can and can't do in here. We need to get one solid contract that the governing body is going to approve. That way, when we do lease it out, we'll be legal binding on our contract that's been approved by the governing body.
Which is the one that the council has approved?
Council has not.
And council has not approved.
Which ordinance?
The ordinance that was done was 652 and 653. This ordinance also is located in section, I believe it's in section 3, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, just. Let's see if I got a copy of it here. That was the same ordinance that we gave you the other day, a copy of the other day. Do y'all have a copy of that? Alice?
652.
652,
I have
653, it deals with the consumption of alcohol and not to be in, in the public places unless it has license. This building is not licensed, nor are any of the other buildings that are presently participating in that particular activity. Therefore, we're asking that all activities be suspended. Now, if there is a party of some nature that does not, it cannot contain alcohol because this ordinance has been on the books for some 30 years.
Okay, but remember, Mr. Gomez, when we had the event that was scheduled and there was some, where the lady was going to court against the ordinance, was going to bring, I think, some damages or whatever, you remember that?
She's gonna bring some damage?
Dancers.
Dancers, yes.
Remember we had the big meeting after that,
Yeah.
and you got a copy of the ordinance that you wanted, the way you wanted it in the contract, you said everything goes according to city ordinance. That was when we revised the contract last,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's when the council approved it after that.
And the contract that we have here, let me just read it. The contract that we have here states that there are 8 items. There's a conflict between a couple of these. Item number 3 and item number 7. Item number 3 says no alcoholic beverages are to be sold on the premises, however alcohol may be served. Then item number 7 says any and all events must coincide with the city ordinance. Now, the city ordinance then says that there cannot be any alcohol in these particular facilities unless they are licensed. Therefore, we're contradicting our own selves even with this contract. So what we're saying is, in order to do it and to clarify it, we need to take another look at this and clarify the whole thing. In addition, we cannot supersede the ordinances that are already on the books, because that's called altering the ordinance. And if you are altering the codes, if that is done, that also puts us in violation. So by saying that you can't sell, but yet you can consume, then we're altering that code, and we can't do that without having a vote and taking it through the proper motion. Therefore, we need to follow the procedure and do it accordingly.
Okay, she will be back.
Friday.
Okay, then we will just add this
For clarification, can I ask a question?
Sure.
We're talking about suspending all leases of this facility for use until this is corrected, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if they're just going to have a facility or something that was not,
But let me put one word in it, leasing. Leasing, I said leasing this facility.
right?
No, and when you lease it out, then we gotta have a contract, then sign. And we don't have a contract that's been approved by the governing body.
I understand.
That's what I'm
I understand
saying.
what you're
The lease
saying.
is
How long
good.
have we been leasing this facility?
That wasn't approved.
How long have we been leasing this facility?
About a year,
That's as long as we've been leasing.
maybe, yeah, about a year.
But
Maybe,
maybe.
yeah, maybe March of last year, not, yeah, I think March of last year when we started leasing it out.
I have copies of at least 3 of the contracts supposedly, contract 1, 2, and then the other one that says rules and regulations, and of course there was another one. So we have at least 4 different contracts or rules or regulations that have been circulated. There was never any activity by the council itself. We recommended that the committees get together, do what they needed to do, and bring that back to us, and we would then act upon it, but that has never happened. A lot of these contracts were put into place prior to us even having any activity on it. And that's where we are now. And that's what we want to get straight. But until then, the ordinance supersedes any contracts and any activity that might take place. And I have the 4 contracts if you'd like to take a look at them. I also have a copy of the ordinances that were done.
I've read all of it.
There's one that you had that I gave to you with the corrections on it, I never got back. So, but these are one here. We have one here. And this is the latest one we had at the last one. That one right there. You got 7 items on one and 8 on the other. This one has 9 items on it. But the problem is, it says the governing body, along with the mayor approved this, and when we did not, we never voted on this. It never came
This
before.
contract is not for, this is for a conference room contract, this is not for,
That's what-
so it's one, this is the one you approved, because you approved it after the dancer, the lady wanted to bring the dancers in. I brought it back to you, in the meeting, that was my very first community center report, you approved it. Because the stuff you wrote down, for me to put in it, I put in it. And you
No,
approved it.
I didn't, only thing I did was make corrections on that one. Then y'all met with legal counsel, y'all met with.
Ms. Wallace, we'll just hold off until,
Okay.
until the meeting, we'll get it clarified at that time.
Okay.
Thank you very much, though. Item number 8.
We have a motion, we have a second on that.
Yeah, y'all just got to vote and we take that. Vote to suspend leasing. Am I right, Rick? Motion second.
And your motion was to suspend activities
until this is cleared up.
We're gonna get a contract that coincides with the city ordinance for leasing this facility here.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let the record reflect that it was unanimously approved. Item number 8, economic development.